Hey, man.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. It's the week. It's been so busy. I'm so glad the week is over.
Yes.
Every day seemed to be slammed endlessly with stuff.
I'm sure.
Stuff to do.
Yes, same here, and I'm sure our listening audience can relate.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they can, too.
The busy schedules, to running errands, to the just crazy life.
Crazy life until you get to watch and calm down with the sultry tones of the Dudes in Kansas show.
Dudes in Kansas show. Yes.
And if you believe that, keep watching and enjoy.
Definitely. I am Kent.
I am David. We are your hosts of the Dudes in Kansas show, and today's episode is the
Man Van.
Oh, yeah. And for those of you who don't know what the Man Van is, my good buddy Kent's going to fill you in.
All right, so the Man Van. Let's talk about this, people. I'm sure most of our people have driven in a car, in a car, and looked out the car and seen just these monstrosity of trucks sometimes.
Yep.
We see big trucks. We see little trucks. We see medium-sized trucks.
We see the truck that I saw today that's tires literally, I was in an SUV and the top of the tire was above the SUV and then the truck started above that.
Yes, that's the one I'm talking about.
Looked like a micro machine going down the road.
Yes, and sometimes I see like these nuts hanging from the back.
Oh yeah, the
like
truck nuts, man.
Truck nuts, the scrotum. I still can't figure that what the point in that is.
It's to show that truck's got a pair, I guess. I don't know. That's all I can imagine.
So that and the epitome of a man van. I mean, this is someone, could be a man or a female,
Yep,
who's got a big ass truck.
Got a pair that they need to share.
That's right, or a van. And they're driving around. And good for them. You have invested money in your vehicle.
Yes, you have.
To make it look like that. I mean, the rims and tires alone are thousands of dollars.
Yes.
You add a lift kit, and then you got to increase the performance of the engine to compensate for all that weight and, aerodynamics.
It is love on a level that I personally don't understand. I drive a Honda Civic. I drive a tin can that gets great gas mileage. So that's my perspective on it. But
the only thing I can relate is, I do have a lowered pickup truck.
Yeah.
That's has more coats of wax than the Karate Kid ever did training with Mr. Miyagi. So, and for me, I just really love a clean, sleek pickup truck.
Yeah, you like it to look slick.
That's right.
Smooth and aerodynamic and kind of custom.
That's right, custom.
Yeah.
I mean, when I bought this truck when I was a young child. I'm approaching 40. When I bought this truck, I was 19 years old. I know. I still have, my truck that I bought when I was in high school. Yep. Yes, folks, I do have it. So at that time, it was cool to have dual exhaust.
Yeah, it was.
And so I lived in Texas at the time when I bought this truck, and I got what they call the Texas Duals.
Mm-hmm.
And so what that was a Flowmaster loud muffler with
the glass pack.
Yes. Yeah. And you had these big tubes, exhaust pipes sitting out the back, and they called that the Texas Duals.
Oh yeah. No, I remember it, dude. You'd be rolling.
And I'd rev my engine because it's a stick shift, thinking I was cool. Only to find out it's not. So, anyways, back to topic here. I wanted to talk about the Man Van. I want to talk about the ode to all those people with the big trucks, to the lower trucks, to even the medium trucks. But first off...
And the vans.
It's
in the name, man.
It's in the name. The van, dude. Cheech and Chong made it famous.
The Man Van.
The Man Van. So, first off, I went to Urban Dictionary. Okay? Because Urban Dictionary has some of the cleverest definitions for today's terminology.
It has some definitions, all right.
So this is what the Urban Dictionary says about the man van. We'll see if you guys agree. 1, it's usually a minivan. It's older, but it doesn't have to be that a teenager boy drives. A point of humor with his friends that have their own cars, usually resulting in them questioning his sexual orientation or the size of his genitals.
Yeah, it's that hand-me-down from mom.
Yep.
And maybe you're the eldest, and
The mom van.
yeah, it's really the mom van that the teenage boy is having to drive because he can't afford to get his own ride, and he's living off the charity of the parents, which is, it's A-okay. We back you here at the Dudes of Kansas. We understand.
Yes.
We understand. So.
Yep. Definition number 2. One of any make or manufacturer of a luxury SUV meant to be bestowed many characteristics to an otherwise emasculated or socially inept head of household. Also, right? I said that.
Damn.
Also, any SUV bought for the purpose of evoking masculinity in an urban-only environment. So
there's so many things that I could say right here, and
so buying a Hummer, buying the biggest truck you can find,
buying a Hummer to drive around the urban turf, having absolutely no function beyond going back and forth to work or something. I'll be respectful. Everybody has the right to drive whatever they want, be able to enjoy it. If it brings you joy, good for you. Just realize that you may be the butt end of somebody's joke.
True that.
Again, I drive a Honda Civic.
Yeah.
There you go.
my daily driver is a 2000 Grand Marquis. Soft top, people. I'm telling you, when I roll up to the retirement homes, that car gets looks.
And all the ladies come out to see
wow, I get compliments, man. I'm like, yes, but when I roll up in my kid's school, my son is like, do not bring that car, Dad.
It's lame.
But,
no, that car is cool.
That car is cool.
I think it's cool.
Thank you. I will have to give it to the people who buy like the Hummer, the F-350.
Dude.
The GMC dually. I will say that truck approaches 9,000 pounds of, just steel and iron and metal.
Horsepower, man.
Horsepower.
Yeah.
And you are the king of the road in that thing. And so if you're going to get into an accident with a Honda Civic or an F-350 or a Hummer,
you want to be in the F-350,
yes,
dude, because the Honda Civic goes smashed like a tin can, and the F-350 just kind of bounces off like,
Yep. So in defense to those people who do buy that, they might be buying these vehicles to keep their family safe.
Keep their family safe. They may be hauling large loads of some kind, like a big ass boat. Or a...
Farmers will use it to tow hay around.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of practical reasons to have big vehicles like this. It doesn't make as much sense in an urban environment. In an urban environment, like New York City, you saw somebody driving that, you'd be like, not really imagining that they're going to go and haul a bay of hail. They're,
right?
Trying to make sure they run over all the pedestrians on their way to school. I don't know.
But I've seen that movie, Urban Cowboy, okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So back to the definitions. I got one more. That Urban Dictionary says, number 3, the manliest van in the world. So it's like most interesting man in the world. You are the most manliest man in the world.
Absolutely.
When you got this van. So there you go. That's what Urban Dictionary. So to my listening audience, do you guys have another name for these trucks or vans that you were talk about?
Is this regional within the country? I don't know, but we would love to hear from you. Tell us what you would call one of these definitions in your neck of the woods.
Please put it in the comments. All right, David. So a little something different. How about some corny jokes?
Okay.
Because,
I'm all down with the dad jokes, dude.
Yeah, right? Because, I mean, we're talking about the man van. Let's be real here. You know, let's fun facts. Give me a break. Let's talk some jokes. Okay, so here we go, David. I have a delivery van set as my profile picture on dating websites.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. This is a joke, people. I just want the ladies to know what they're getting into. That was pretty clever.
That's funny.
David, what did the artist say to get his vehicle moving?
I don't know what.
Van Gogh. That's corny.
That's funny and terrible all at the same time.
That was pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I agree.
You know what, David? Some idiot broke into our van last night and stole our limbo stick.
What?
How low can you go?
Dude.
You get
Yeah.
limbo stick. Hello,
dude. I don't know about that one.
All right. This is the last joke, okay? This is how can you tell if a van is constipated, David?
No idea.
It can't pass anything.
Oh. Yes. Oh, man, that's because it hasn't had its cup of coffee.
Apparently.
It's man van after all.
Okay, so the interweb always does good justice for me. I found some memes.
Yep.
We talked about memes at our last episode, so Here we go. There is an actual manufacturer called the Man Van. Yes, folks.
What? Dude, these kind, I don't know what the scale is here, but they kind of look like K-Trucks.
They do.
That kind of has me excited. Or are they here in the United States?
I'm not aware of it. I just found it. There's like a whole website dedicated to these little pickups.
Man, I may have to look at this. The Man Van.
The Man. They're called the Man, and they
Man.
And you have like a van. You got like a pickup, and I think they're like subcompact.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that. I like small cars with great gas mileage. Yeah,
I think that's cool.
Not going to go down that road. So
it is all good. All right, here's another funny meme for you guys out here. This is like the jokes here. When your girl says it's time to sell your square body and buy something family oriented, problem solved.
What? Man van upgrade.
Man van upgrade.
That's too funny.
Okay, funny meme time. Another one here. Most interesting man in the world guy. Don't always use condoms, but when I do, it's because I don't want to drive a minivan.
Oh,
dang!
Dude.
Okay, that
cuts deep.
That cuts the bet. All right. The Man Van, bringing you closer one ride at a time.
And for those of the, maybe I'll see if I can find this and post it up here, but that's Captain Kirk and Spock. Sorry.
No, you're okay. Here's another one. Thank you, Internet. This is just so much funny. Chrysler minivan. These are very popular on the road. I'm sure everyone sees them. A Chrysler minivan, removing testicles one man at a time.
Dude, where are you finding this?
I don't know. This is just...
Was this just Man Van search or Man Van memes?
Just type in Man Van and look at images.
This is funny.
This is great. Okay. This is quite interesting. Supposed to be the man of the house, drives a minivan.
Oh, downgrade.
Downgrade. So, so that brings me to this picture again, folks. This is just as funny. This is a dude dressed up like a girl.
Yep.
And in this, he's just got his swagger on next to his minivan.
Yep.
Probably trying to impress his daughter. Went to a...
That's exactly what, as a dad of a girl.
Yep.
I can totally relate to this in many ways because all y'all dads know that you'd do anything for your daughter.
That's right.
I'd even dress up as a princess just for her.
I would not go that far, but I often wonder, David.
Man, you threw me under the bus.
I
there,
did.
Man. You didn't follow.
I didn't follow. But I often we love 80s nostalgia.
Yes, we do.
So I often wondered if he saw that movie.
Dude, I saw this movie.
From 1985 called Just One of the Guys.
Yes,
Who
I
remembers
did.
this movie?
I remember it.
Yes.
Oh, heck yeah, I did.
And there's some brief nudity in this movie.
I do. I know.
This is 1985, folks.
I know.
So, anyways, I would like to talk about this movie real quick, David, if that's okay.
I'm going to read, absolutely, but I'm going to read what it says. It says, just one of the guys, she's about to go where no girl has gone before.
Uh-oh. All right, folks. So if you haven't seen this movie, all right, just one of the guys, it was released in 1985. Okay, so here it goes, the plot. When Terry Griffith, which was played by Joyce Heiser, loses her high school writing competition, she's convinced that's because she's a girl. So Terry decides to change high schools and pose as a boy to prove her point. Her brother, Buddy, who plays Billy Jacoby, helps her pass as a guy so well that she's soon making friends with the boys at school, including the attractive Rick Clayton Rohrner, who becomes her new best friend. But her gender swapping makes things difficult when she falls in love with him.
Yep, classic story. Boy meets boy, and boy is really a girl.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, exactly. Hey, by the way, this has this William Zabaka as Greg Tolan. He's the bully from The Karate Kid.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
So here's some fun facts about this movie, folks. So I always love the fun facts about movies. Guy, who was played by Terry Griffith here, Terry was based on Ralph Macchio. We're talking Ralph Macchio as in The Karate Kid.
Yes, Karate Kid, man.
Yes. They built that character based on the resemblance of Ralph Macchio.
Wow, that's cool.
Isn't that cool?
Hmm.
And speaking of The Karate Kid, I just mentioned this. William Zabaka plays that leg-sweeping nemesis to Macchio's Daniel LaRusso in The Karate Kid.
Yes, he does.
So there's a lot of intertwining going on.
A lot of segueing from that movie to this movie. Cool.
And
cool, man.
The last one, my last fun fact for this funny, fun movie, Joyce Heiser, who played Terry in this movie, was a video vixen. A year prior to just one of the guys, Heiser starred in a Dan Hartman's video for I Can Dream About You, which was featured on the soundtrack of Streets of Fire. 10 years later, she was featured in ZZ Top's video for Pincushion.
What?
So she played in music videos.
There you go.
As a vixen.
Hot dog.
Yes.
I'm going to have to rewatch that movie.
I do. I'm going to have to remind myself.
It's been decades.
1985. Oh, my goodness.
Decades.
35 years.
I don't think I was 5 at the time, but it would have been several years. Around the age of puberty, most likely.
Most likely. Yes. So, David, that's all I got on the Man Van.
Okay. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, thank you. And please put your comments down there if you see anything Man Van, if you know a vehicle that we didn't mention, if you just got something funny.
Can you relate to the Man Van? Do you own a Man Van? Are you a man in a van?
That's right. And
who knows?
Don't be embarrassed if you have one of these things because we all don't want one, but it's okay. I want one.
I say, just whatever your proclivity, whatever it is that you have that makes you you, own it.
Yep.
And, let people know that you enjoy it. And if they can't accept that, then move on and find people that will. Because they're the better people in the world.
That's right, David. Well put. All right, buddy. Please tell our beautiful listening audience those closing statements.
Send us out of here. Okay. Please subscribe through your listening or viewing outlet. You can find us at YouTube, Podbean, Apple iTunes Podcasts, Google Play Music Podcasts. And when you subscribe through YouTube, remember to click the notification box, aka the bell, to be updated when our videos drop. Like and leave constructive feedback. We are the Dudes in Kansas show. Thank you for watching and have a great week. Thank you, Kent.
Thank you, David.